about today, folks? I think it's so important, especially with everything that's going on here. I want to talk to you. I've talked to you about this before, but I think it needs to be stated over and over again. What is the doctrine of President Donald Trump? What is his doctrine in terms of presenting his administration to America? And obviously, you know, in terms of where is America standing in the world based on the doctrine of President Donald Trump. I think that doctrine should be named, and I've said it before, is Trumpism. Now, what do I mean by Trumpism? What is that? Trumpism to me can be defined as this. America is the greatest country ever in the history of the world, and it needs to be brought back to the forefront because it has been leading from behind for the past 8 years. Trumpism means that America is great, was always great, will always be great, and will remain great for, just going out into the future. That as long as there is a strong America, that's when the world is safer. And whatever means necessary to make America great again, to make America strong again, to make the American people believe in the American dream again, to make the American people prosperous again. That's what Trumpism is all about. It's not about being a conservative. It's not about being a liberal. It's not about being an independent. It's about being pragmatic. I think President Donald Trump uses pragmatism, all right, in terms of his thinking. I'm a ranking conservative. Sure, there are certain things, okay, where Donald Trump differs from me on some maybe the social issues. But you know what? It's about, you're not going to find anybody that's 100% the way that you want him. But on those core values, on those core initial things about keeping America strong, keeping America great, making America first. You know, in his inaugural address, he basically talked about what he was doing when he was out in the primaries. I mean, it's like writing, you know, when they say sometimes that if you want to sell something, if you want to talk to somebody, you know, you're not using big, grandiose words. All right? You sit down at the kitchen table. It's like what they call the napkin presentation. If you can write everything down on a napkin in a format of here's what I think we need to do, or here's what you need to see, and you can write it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, easy bullet points, understandable. That's all he was doing, folks. He had like what? 15, 16, 20 things that he wanted to do. And he's made good on about half of those already. And there was a whole bunch more, but those were some of the things that he basically highlighted in the primaries, during the general election. And everything about what he was trying to do, I mean, people said, do we really want someone like Donald? Yes, that is what Trumpism was about. It was completely the opposite of Obamaism, which was completely antithetical, okay, to everything that Donald Trump was talking about. And so when we were talking about that, you know, that obviously now you're seeing that Obama, you know, Valerie Jarrett is supposedly moving into the Obama house. And there's supposedly this shadow government that's out there. You know what? Shadow government, whatever you want to call it. There is something that is happening out there that wants to what? Block, thwart, obstruct the Trump agenda, the Trump doctrine. Because everything, what's he doing? He's basically what? Canceling the entire legacy of what? He's canceling the legacy of Barack Obama the past 8 years. He's basically going to wipe out. I mean, he has wiped out almost 80% of it. Well, I wouldn't say 80% of it now. I'd say right now he's probably knocked out about maybe 40 to 50% of it. The next 40 to 50% is going to be Obamacare. Once Obamacare is repealed and replaced, pretty much everything about the Obama legacy is going to be wiped off completely from the history books. And so you can understand that people are opposed. And as I was talking about in my previous segment, he has a lot of opposition to Trumpism. The Democrats, Chuck Schumer, what did he say after the address, the joint address to Congress? He said there's not a single proposal that I can back President Donald Trump on. So this is your Democratic Party, folks. They can't even back the fact that what, you want to make America strong again, that you want to have a strong military, the strongest in the world, that you want to keep American cities safe, that you want to keep American children safe, that you want to keep black children safe in their neighborhoods. Those are proposals that the Democrats say they can't back. How are you going to have any kind of a détente with that kind of a political structure that is entrenched to get rid of you? Nancy Pelosi is trying to put together information and methodically putting away what she's saying, a structural and a methodical way of bringing articles of impeachment against the president. How do you work détente with that? How do you try? That's what they're trying to do. They do not want Washington to be defined by Trumpism. And Trumpism what? Fixing immigration, fixing the tax reform, fixing bloated government, fixing the military, fixing the infrastructure, fixing the inner city housing, fixing the tax code. That's what Trumpism is about. And he's being pragmatic. He's saying, you know what? If there's an idea out there that's going to come from an independent, if there's an idea that's coming up from anywhere that's going to make America great again, that's going to make America and Americans, get back to work again, create jobs. If there's something out there, I don't think he cares where it comes from. As long as it's good, as long as the first thing is this going to help this country? Is this going to help Americans? And it doesn't matter. And he wants to do it for white, black, green, brown, yellow. It doesn't matter. But the news media out there, is so hell-bent on changing the narrative. That's why Donald Trump, he has to go on offense. Because in politics, offense beats defense. George Bush found out, that that's not what happened because he didn't go on offense. He went on defense. And the news media and the mainstream media ate him alive and knocked his numbers down. You can't get a message out there like that, folks. Anyways, listen, just want to let you know, thanks for watching. If you want to get a hold of us, you can do so at theNasirShaikhShow1@gmail.com, theNasirShaikhShow1@gmail.com, or at our Twitter account, folks. Gotta go, but remember what I've always said. When you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. See you again next time, America.